Hey, what's up, guys? I'm doing a Deskbot deck profile for you guys. Yeah. So let me just minimize this. All right. So one of 009. So basically, once your turn during your main phase, you can make this card gain attack equal to the combined attack of all Deskbots until the end of your opponent's turn, and only this card can attack the turn that the effect is activated. If this card bowed, your opponent cannot activate cards until the end of the damage step. And if this card be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can destroy one Deskbot you control instead. So, pretty good for what it does. So, and one of 008. So, you only basically switch on Deskbots with the scales. And so this card gains 5 attack for each Deskbot in your grave. Your opponent cannot target face-up Deskbot cards with card effects, except this one. Then this one can make up to 2 attacks during each battle phase. And then this card gains 5 attack for each Deskbot card in your grave. Cannot be targeted by attacks, except this one. And then this one does piercing damage. And 6, as this card is normal special, you can target one monster on the field, change its battle position. This one gains fire attack for each Deskbot in your extra deck. As this card is in the pendulum zone is destroyed, you can target one Deskbot in your grave, add that target to your hand. So that's also pretty good too. And then 5, as this card is normal special, you can target one spell trap on the field and destroy it. Also gains fire attack for each Deskbot in your extra deck. If this card is in the pendulum zone, you can target one Deskbot monster in your grave and special summon it. So they're all kind of okay in their own way. So yeah. And then 2004. If this card battle and punches monster during damage calc, you activate this effect. Your opponent takes no battle damage. Also send one Deskbot from your deck to the grave, except Deskbot 004. And if you do, this card gains attack and defense equal to the sent monster's level times 500 during damage calculation only. And this card is if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon 2 Deskbots with different levels from your hand or graveyard in defense. So pretty good. And 3 is 003. So when this card is null summon, you can special summon one Deskbot from your deck. And a quick effect, you can target a Deskbot you control and it gains 500 attack for each Deskbot you control. So 3 is 002. This card is special summon, you can add one Deskbot from your deck to your hand, and then all machine type monsters gain 500 attack. And 3 is 001. So which is the tuner monster. So it gains 500 attack and defense for each machine you control. If 2 or more machines are special summoned at the same time while this card's in your grave, then you can special summon this card. So definitely pretty good. This one's probably the best one out of probably all of them, and probably 004. But they're all good in their own way. So 2 copies of Vader, just to stop your opponent. Or you don't really get a whole lot of room for hand traps unless you take these out, but then that make 004 just kind of irrelevant. So yeah. And then machine dupe. So your only targets for that are 004 and 003. Because this one gains fire attack, and then yeah, that one gains fire attack as well. So 004 and 003 are your only targets. So still pretty good for what it is. So yeah. and then one terraforming, just so I get to Deskbot base. So yeah, Monster Reborn just to help bring back anything. Elemental, they're all machines, so that's obvious. Call by the Grave, just to stop Ash or any hand traps. So Twin Twister, just to help make sure that you can OTK that turn. If you have an OTK, then you can do it. So Deskbot base. So all Deskbots on the field gain power and attack and defense. Once you turn, you can reveal a number of Deskbot cards in your hand, shuffle them into your deck, then draw the same number. So it's kind of like Cosmo Town, basically. And then you banish 9 Deskbot cards with different names from your field or graveyard, except Deskbot base. Shuffle all cards from your opponent's hand, field, and graveyard into their deck. That's kind of crazy. I didn't realize I had that effect. Okay. And then Metaverse just to help get to that as well. And then 2 strike, 2 judgment, and then 2 warning just to help stop your opponent. In case of I think you mainly want to go first in this deck. But it's more of a OTK deck, so you can go your first or second depending on how your hand is. So, but I think you mainly want to go first because you want to set up your plays and stuff. So, but yeah, and then 3 Mrs. Radiant. Because it can add back your Earth monsters to your hand. So that's the only reason why I really run that. The Deskbot Sinker monster, I didn't really look up what that actually did. You can actually run that if you want to. I just decided to go with the generic Link 2 just because, it gives everything more of an attack boost. But yeah. So that's basically it for the deck file. So thank you for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next duel, which one of my friends had requested me to make a hero deck. So that's what I will be doing. So that will be tomorrow's video. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow, I guess.